Can you build a track car for $1,500? Well, I've already done it.
Oh no.
Get out of there, bitch. All right, so when you're taking a car to the track, there's one attribute that is more important than anything else, and that's power. I'm joking. Actually, it's the ability to stop. Yeah, it turns out when you're doing 100 mile an hour pointed at a wall with the top down in a Miata, gets a little nerve-wracking. You gotta make sure the Saturn can stop from the roughly 85 mile an hour that it will do. Blistering speeds. All right, now when we're looking at the front brakes on the Saturn, we're not in bad shape. We just need new pads and new rotors. If you guys don't know, brake pads, rotors, these are just not meant for the temps that we're gonna be seeing on the track. But what's important is these are disc brakes, whereas we've got drums in the rear. Now, drum brakes are not what you're gonna be looking for at the racetrack. Now, what's weird is the older Saturns with ABS actually had disc brakes. Guess what? That's an older Saturn with ABS and disc brakes. Come to the back of my 1996 automatic Saturn and boom, we have disc brakes. I do have new rotors and I do have new pads to put on the rear of this. And from what I've been reading around online, those should mount up exactly where the drums are on this 2002. Oh, that's not good.
Oh no. That knuckle's not okay.
All right, so we got the calipers off the 96 and we've actually got the rotor off of the 2002, and these things are pretty crusty. So we just got done just trying to clean up the surface. Honestly, we could probably put some new knuckles on this, but we're well and truly past that, and we're 4 days from going to the track. So this is coming off. We're gonna cut the brake cable. I'm not gonna have a parking brake anymore. And then we got new rotors, new pads, fairly decent condition calipers. All right, let's turn this thing into a race car. Oh, we are hard at work. The hubs out of the old brake drums. Brandon just cleaning up the hub. That way we get the new rotors on. But yeah, turns out disc brakes mount right up. What do you think? Hey, so the next time you hate GM for having parts bin cars, just know parts bin cars make cheap race cars. So this is gonna work out pretty well for us. Now we did have one snag. While I was removing the caliper slide pin bolt out of the front left caliper, which is the factory caliper, this hasn't been modified, the bolt came out without the rest of the slide pin. It is sheared off internally. So we are salvaging more parts off of the 96, which you probably can't see because it's too dark. We probably got $1,000 off of the 96. We salvaged the motor, which was $500. We're now getting a full rear caliper setup, which saved me about 150 bucks, I think it was. I just pulled the rotor off and noticed a black spider with a red dot on his back. Brandon just came over and confirmed it is in fact a Black Widow. And he said, it's done infested your garage. I said, no, it ain't. Get out of there, bitch. I think I got him. There you go. What's up, little buddy? Dude, there's no doubt that's a Black Widow.
100%.
And just like that, we got EBC greens up front. I forgot to swap the rotor. All right, well, EBCs look good, but they'll look better with new rotors, so I'll gotta fix that. But it doesn't matter because we do have the disc swap done in the rear. Wow, this lighting is terrible. We're not totally done. I need to get new crush washers, and then also I don't have fluid. Obviously, I need to swap that rotor that I forgot to swap. That was really silly. We're gonna go get the new tires because they're a bit baller for this car, even at $50 a piece. These are the tires that we're going to be running at the track. Mitchell, what did you get? There got to be RT660s, some AO52s, some R888, some RE71s. No, son, we got Blue Track HPs. So why did I buy $50 tires from Walmart for the car? Well, hear me out. These are a 300 treadwear high-performance summer tire from Walmart for $50 a piece. Now, these are not going to be the stickiest tire in the world, but I have seen a video of a BMW lapping the track just fine with these. And if a 3,800-pound BMW was okay, I'm gonna guess that this thing, maybe maxing out at 85 mile an hour, is gonna be just fine. But yeah, they're already mounted and balanced, so we're just gonna see how they do. All right, we're now on my 2012 Nissan Xterra Pro 4X. If you guys don't know, this is my tow rig and my camper. I literally fold down the back seats and sleep out of the back of this thing when I'm off-roading or towing a car to the track. We have a slight problem though. If you guys don't know, Innova is sponsoring this video and the previous video in this video series. They sent me out this scan tool, and when I got it, I fired it off and started playing with it just to get an idea of what I was dealing with. Well, I saw a battery test function and I was like, I wonder how well that works. Well, turns out pretty well. I knew that my battery was slightly leaking. I didn't know how bad it had gotten because the Innova was warning me, hey, it's pretty far gone and you're gonna start having some issues. So I'm gonna show you guys how this works real quick. Got the main screen up here and we are looking for battery and alternator test. Visually inspect the battery. If damaged or corroded, replace it. It is. Battery test does not apply for hybrid or electric vehicles. First, ensure engine off, key on, which we are right now. All right, turn headlights on is the next requirement. All right, headlights are on. Now, we're just gonna hit continue and it's just counting down now. Turn the headlights off, okay. Start the engine one time within 30 seconds. If you don't start the engine, the test cannot be performed. All right, so start it pretty quickly. Oh, wow, okay. All right, so it's actually gonna spit out this graph and what it's telling me is my battery voltage drops from 12.2 to 7 volts. And the battery status says warning. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a brand new battery in the vehicle and then run the exact same test. So let's shut her down. Good job, I will be right back. All right, new battery is installed. We're gonna do the exact same thing. Scroll on down to battery alternator test. Battery test, turn on my headlights, and we're just waiting on the countdown. All right, turn off headlights, continue, and start the engine. So this battery actually goes from 12.4 down to 8.6 volts, and the battery status is good. And before I ran the test, the exterior didn't have any check engine lights, so I would say we are ready to make the 4-hour trip down to Gingerman Raceway. And that pretty much wraps up the Saturn. We are all done now. We just gotta wait for the track day, go get the trailer, and in the meantime, I got work to do on the hybrid Renesis. All right, we got a slight problem. This thing is loose. Tech inspection's not a big fan. I think that's it. I think the Saturn is done. You know, fucking bastard.